Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're tackling Leetcode problem 1984, minimum difference between highest and lowest of k-scores. It's a bit of a mouthful, but the concept is actually quite straightforward. It's a great problem for practicing sliding windows and understanding why sorting is such a powerful tool. Let's dive in. First, let's understand what we're being asked to do. We are given a list of numbers, let's call it nums, where each number represents a student's score. We also have a number, let's call it k. Our job is to pick exactly k scores from this list. Once we've picked them, we look at the highest score and the lowest score in that group, and we find the difference between them. We want to pick our group such that this difference is as small as possible. Let's break that down with a simple example. Suppose our list nums has the numbers 9, 4, 1, and 7, and k is 2. We need to pick any two numbers. If we pick 9 and 1, the difference is 8. If we pick 4 and 1, the difference is 3. We want to find the combination where this gap is the absolute minimum. So how do we solve this efficiently? The key insight here is about proximity. If you want the difference between the largest and smallest numbers to be small, those numbers need to be close to each other in value. If we sort the array first, the numbers that are closest in value will be right next to each other. For example, in our sorted list 1, 4, 7, 9, any group of k numbers that gives us the minimum difference must be a solid block of neighbors. It wouldn't make sense to pick 1 and 7 while skipping 4, right? Because adding 4 would only help, or at least not hurt. So we just need to look at contiguous windows. Let's walk through the example with this sorted strategy. Our sorted list is 1, 4, 7, 9, and we need groups of size 2. First, we look at the first two numbers, 1 and 4. The difference is 4 minus 1, which is 3. Next, we slide our window one step to the right. Now we have 4 and 7. 7 minus 4 is also 3. Finally, we slide again to get 7 and 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. Comparing our results, 3, 3, and 2. The smallest difference is 2. And that's our answer. Just a quick heads up. I'll be explaining the logic using Python code primarily because it's very readable. But don't worry if you use Java, C++, or JavaScript. I have full solutions for those languages ready for you at the end of the video, so stick around. So let's formalize our approach. We're calling this the sorting approach. Step 1 is simply to sort our list of scores. Step 2 is to iterate through the list using a sliding window. Since the array is sorted, for any window starting at index I, the smallest number is at I, and the largest number is at index I plus k minus 1. We just subtract the value at the start of the window from the value at the end. We do this for every possible window and keep track of the smallest difference we find. Before we look at the code, let's talk about the real reason people fail at Leetcode. It's not because they can't reverse a linked list, it's because they break their daily streak. I built my daily to-do specifically to solve this. You can set Solve Daily Leetcode as a routine task. This means it reminds you to complete your routine tasks every day. It's a dedicated system to force you to be consistent, which I also use to remind myself to upload these videos every day. If you're watching this channel, you're trying to improve, so this tool makes sure you actually show up to do it. I also want to be 100% transparent about how this app will grow. I am an indie developer, not a big corporation. I will never take away a free feature you already use. Core features like repeating tasks remain free forever. However, as I add new server-heavy features, they will be part of the premium plan to help cover the costs of running the app. Also, the price of premium will go up every time I ship a major new feature. So the best time to get involved is right now while it's early. Check it out at the link in the description. Okay, we've talked about the big picture and the logic. Now let's see what this looks like as actual code. I'll put the full solution up on the screen first. And don't worry, after that, we'll walk through the most important sections together. Here is the complete Python solution. It's incredibly concise thanks to Python's list comprehensions. But don't let the one-liner fool you. There's important logic happening there. Let's break it down piece by piece. The first and most crucial step is calling sort on our list nums. This rearranges the elements so they are in ascending order. This transforms our random list, like 9, 4, 1, 7, into an ordered list, 1, 4, 7, 9. This preparation is what allows us to just look at neighbors instead of searching the whole array. Next, let's look at the range we loop through. We iterate I from 0 up to the length of the list, minus k plus 1. Why this specific number? Well, I represents the start of our window. Since our window has a size of k, we can't start a window too close to the end, or it would go out of bounds. This calculation ensures that the last window ends exactly at the last element of the array. Inside the loop, we calculate the score for the current window. Since the array is sorted, the smallest number in our group of k elements is strictly at the starting position, index I. The largest number is strictly at the end of the group, which is at index I plus k minus 1. We simply subtract the value at I from the value at the end of the window to get the difference. Finally, we wrap that entire logic in a generator expression and pass it to the min function. This effectively says, calculate the difference for every valid window position, and then give me back the smallest one. This single line does all the heavy lifting of comparing the windows. So what about performance? The time complexity is dominated by the sorting step, which is big O of n log n. The actual sliding window pass is just big O of n. But the sort is the heavy hitter. For space complexity, it's generally big O of log n, or sometimes big O of n, depending purely on the language's internal sorting implementation and the stack space it requires. We aren't creating any new massive data structures ourselves. Alright, that covers the logic and the Python implementation. As promised, I'm now going to show you the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript. I won't walk through them line by line, but the logic is exactly the same. Sort the array, then loop through with a sliding window. Feel free to pause on the language you use. Here is the solution in Java. Notice we check if k is 1 at the start as a small optimization, though the loop handles it too. We use arrays.sort, and then a standard for loop. And here is the C++ version. We use std_sort from the algorithm library. The logic for the loop limits is the same as in Python and Java. Finally, here is the JavaScript solution. A crucial detail for JavaScript developers. Remember that the default sort method sorts alphabetically. You must provide the comparator function a, b, equals greater than a, b to sort numbers correctly. So to wrap things up, the biggest takeaway here is the power of sorting. Whenever a problem asks about minimizing differences between elements, sorting should be one of your first thoughts, because it groups similar values. Once sorted, a sliding window allowed us to check every possible group of size k efficiently. The time complexity is driven by the sort, making it very efficient for the given constraints. Also, if you're looking for even more Leetcode problems beyond the daily challenge, I've started a second channel called Leetcode Unlocked. It's where I'll be posting solutions to a ton of other problems, so if you're serious about your interview prep, be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. Hope this Leetcode solution breakdown made sense. If it helped, give that like button a click, maybe subscribe for more, or drop a comment if you have questions. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you know straight away when I upload a video, because I upload videos daily. If you want to support the channel, a few people have asked how I plan my solutions. I'm a big fan of sketching out the logic and data structures on a tablet before I code. It really helps. I've put affiliate links in the description to the tablet I use and a few other good options. Using those links doesn't cost you anything extra but really helps me out. Or, if you're feeling generous, there's always the Boba Fund. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.